will battle for their piece of the largest prize pool in esports history. Over $2.6 million. Who will emerge victorious? The battle begins.
Ladies and gentlemen, and all the fans outside, welcome back to the International Day number 4. We started the tournament with 18 teams on day 4. We're down to our final 6. And we're going to be deciding from those 6 which 3 will move on to the final day of competition to compete for the title of best Dota 2 team in the world. I think that's fair to say, guys, you reckon? Best Dota 2 team in the world?
I think it's...
I agree with that. Yeah.
So, welcome back to the panel, guys. We had a great day yesterday. How are you feeling for today? You're looking forward to the games?
Very much so. I think yesterday displayed some great Dota, especially with Dendi's Pods or Burning's Anti-Mates and Alchemist and so forth. So I'm very excited to see the games today, especially Alliance versus Na'Vi.
Yeah, let's not forget as well the best of ones, Fnatic versus Orange. Orange proving that they are, you're right in making them your favorite team, as well as IG, the returning champions wanting to take everything back and make sure that they have a chance at getting a second first prize at the International.
And Alliance looks vulnerable for the first time, dropping one game in their best of 3 series, but
yep, they did look vulnerable.
Alliance.
They did, but of course they're still doing fantastically well. They're in the upper bracket winner finals. But if you missed yesterday and you don't know what we're talking about, here's how it all went down. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Dota 2 Championships for day 3. Everybody has turned up in force to make sure they're here for the Alliance and DK game.
And it looks like the Swedish Giants may yet fall. GG! GG! And DK are going to take game 2 and knock down the undefeated Alliance, their first loss of the International 3. In the end, there is only the Alliance unstoppable. DK will tap out, and the Alliance are guaranteed a top 3 finish.
And Fnatic have been eliminated by the Malaysians. The defending champs keep their hopes alive while taking out the last American one.
Na'Vi versus Tongfu.
Good arrow going to lock down Mu, and the hook brings him back down. He goes. Dendi is indeed godlike. A full 5 wipe puts the cherry on this game for Tongfu. And we're going to a game 3. GG! Na'Vi has snatched a berth in the upper bracket grand finals from the brink of defeat. And they are on their feet here in Seattle.
So there you have it. That was a little bit of yesterday, and I'm sure there's going to be just even better to come today. The games just improve and improve. But for you, any top plays yesterday? I know a lot of people are going to say the Na'Vi Pudge Chen combo, but any kind of top plays that you can remember?
I mean, Burning's AM, I think, versus Alliance, that was just incredible amounts of farm. And AM was named Burning at one point, and for good reason.
I don't think anything comes close to Dendi's Pods yesterday. We saw him in game 1 versus Tongfu. That was the most ridiculous display of pod skill I've ever seen. And then we saw an Aegis fountain hook that decided game 3 against them and made Na'Vi win a game that everyone deemed them out of.
I think as they were really good, but also we have to remember the support plays. The 4 staffs were, I think, king of yesterday's games.
On Alliance?
On everyone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were just, whenever Tamo had a 4 staff, it was impossible to engage on them. They was the item of the day. I would call them that.
I agree. The teams are so close in skill. It's so much about the positioning and just getting that small advantage, and everyone was fighting to just have a slight edge over their opponents. So they did really well. And Alliance I was particularly impressed with. And I think if we go to a top 10 plays, I hope to see the Delta split from Piri and Flax in the Alliance match. But let's check it out. The top 10 plays of yesterday.
Grand Theft Agents, here we go.
I'm not sure whether you want to take this fight against 3 Chen creeps over there. Dual Breath gets dropped out here.
Look for S4. Flame breaks in. Lasso's burning, pulling him back. Burning's trapped on the far side of the cliff, but running for dear life. Mech's there from RTK, already used. Burning still alive. Wall deployed. Bulldog low. Bulldog dead. QQQ the trade. Lotus standing strong. Burning on the run. Alliance seeming to pull ahead here. 3 dead. Could be 5 soon. Burning will fall. 4 heroes dead. find him soon. He's stuck around a while. There's a rocket to fly. Bulldog not reacting to it, now self-sprouting. Will there be cogs? There are. S4's here, but he's lifted up in the middle of his ultimate. Too low. It looks like Alliance might lose more, maybe not. S4 is doing way too much damage. Now Burning on the run. In comes Loda. EGM as well. Alliance with 5 heroes into the fight. They're going to fight 2. They might fight 3. Die is in trouble, and Die is dead.
Come back to life again, and then the Morphling, he's already hard enough to kill. They're going to try it. RP's going to be used. Lincoln Spear was triggered. Era and swapped away. Pulled out. Fly taking it for the team. It's not going to happen. They found KYXY. Beats grip up on him and Burning. Slices, dices. 3-man RP. Drag him back, and Burning's like, thank you very much. I thank you. Triple kill. Ultra kill for Burning. And they bring him down. Odie had to buy back. Ferrari's outside the base. Ferrari. There goes his ulti. Very ineffective and Fluff. He stole the ulti. And he's winding up. And he releases into Ferrari. TC bringing Ferrari down. Aegis will be claimed.
Wrapping around the trees right now.
It's
Bulldog.
so smart to kill
he's
these
in the
trees.
fog. Now he's going to be revealed. Will there be a TP reaction? Self-sprouted. Here comes S4. Are they going to commit for this kill? Bulldog's low. Burning's here as well. It's going to be a 3-on-1. Not a good fight for S4 at all, but more support is coming. Burning lassoed up. Cogs are there. There's still a hook available if S4 chooses to dive. He's going to get stunned again, but Loda's into the fray. Where's that stun going? It's on to Loda. RTK wants to hook and kill him off, but not able to. While that's happening, though, it looks like your Naga dies top. Ake's low, and still S4's chasing.
TK
He's
drops
gonna
the cog,
pay for this.
and it will push back S4, and now the game goes the other way because Burning is doing so much less damage. Oh my god, Burning with the cleaves, with the right clicks, and Burning joining these early game kills, getting a ton of experience.
Low, the Prophet ult, it didn't actually do enough for an Aegis snipe here from Alliance. Already the song to fly. Roshan comes out of the pit, but the big boy's still pretty tanky. Loda prepping to stun. It could hit 3. It could hit 4. It's gonna hit 3. Oh no! S4 trapped though. Burning strikes first. Everyone in the pit's fine. Now Roar and Loda. Beautiful focus fire. DK are winning this fight. Loda now driven back for the time being. Comes through the wall. 3 to fall. DK overrunning Alliance in the pit, and they might just get rode.
He does not have Carapace. Shackle shot almost perfect. Was perfect, but the impale caught everyone as well. Kuro now with the Carapace counter initiation. Down goes the wall. That's just the most chopping wood on Banana though. Gets the kill. Now he's going to have to go to work on King J. Here comes Dendi. Vacuum into the wall once again. He's dismembering. Move. Going to town on him. Havos makes it a double kill. Now they're going to get another one. Na'Vi charging back out at King J. Will make it a full 5-man wipe.
Hase gets lasted back in the mid lane though. That's a kill going the other way. MMY. Well, the song's stolen. Gotta walk out the fire. MMY says,
What
see
a
ya
player.
later.
Turn around from
Thanks.
Super. Here's your stun. He throws it on Ake. Hook in from ROTK. Nails it, but now it's...
I mean, they haven't shed a
Oh, hello!
There we go.
The big man makes an appearance, and there are people on their feet. Good angle, good shot. Kuro locked down. Do they have the fall? That was a double ice bat, and the hook right after the telekinesis. That's what we call an alley-oop, ladies and gentlemen. Will they engage? He's looking for a hook. There it is. Find a target. Looked at the post, looked at punch. Good arrow, gonna lock down Mu, and the hook. Is he gonna toss it? There it is! But knew it was a lost fight if he went in. He's going to drop the cogs to cover his escape, and Funnick jumps over them. Pounding away, he's going to hook away, but there's Kuro. Kuro might be in trouble. Hook on Mu! Saving Kuro. And nope, going to get Funnick this time. There's a hook. Bailing his buddy out. Glyph going to be used, and the hook comes out. What a hook!
Just the effect punch as all the hook.
Boom! Max Rage finds hell! Though in position, they might try something. Dendi's gonna try it again. Can he? Got him that time. See you in the base, Mu. Welcome home.
So yeah, there we have it. I mean, I wasn't surprised to see Dendi as the #1 of the top 10s yesterday. He played absolutely amazing on the Pudge. Game 1 and also Game 3 as well, even though it did cause some controversy between the pros. A lot of other teams didn't seem to like it. And Mount, you said they took in my opinion, they took a 1% chance to win, and they won.
They did. And I actually talked to Dendi about it yesterday, and he was like, the chance that I hit the hook on Gyrocopter when he had the Aegis was 1 in a million. They had several ways of preventing it from happening, and they didn't use that, and he was just very lucky. That's what he said himself.
You know what I wanted them to do, Tong Fu, was get 5 Helm of the Dominators, control 5 creeps
And block
and then
themselves.
just put them in head and then use that creep as how you move around the map. And when they get hooked, then you play your hero. And you just constantly run at Dendi with 5 creeps in front of you. This would have been brilliant then.
Pretty good strategy.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so we're going to go now to the, I call them, there's a lot of people that make this amazing, by the way. And it's actually, we do have a lot of ushers around. I call them Ursas. I don't know why, I think it's funny. And Casey's going to talk to some of them.
You call them what?
Ursas.
Okay, Ursas?
Yeah, because it's a character, it's a hero in game, and they hide
gotcha.
out in trees and round corners.
So they're
Ursas.
sneaky. Great.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what they think about that, maybe. Thank you, James. I'm going to introduce you now to Nancy. And Nancy, you have been an usher here at Benaroya Hall since when?
1998.
Wow. So Benaroya Hall, Seattleites probably know, home to the Seattle Symphony. I would imagine you're not really used to this kind of an event, but you said you did this last year. So what is it like coming back and covering this event this year?
I love it. I absolutely love it. DK was one of my favorite teams last year, and actually they're going to be playing in just a couple of minutes.
Look at you. You're like a regular commentator. You should join James up there.
Yeah.
What is it like to see all of the fans and all the energy out here in the lobby and, of course, once you get inside the hall?
I love the fans, and they've been so nice. We have a lot of groups in here, and they are one of the nicest groups I have ever met. And they're all young. They seem to be all young. They're all enjoying it. They're from all over the world. It's been a lot of fun. And the monitors from last year to this year are way better. You can see the action a lot clearer this year.
I'm so glad you're enjoying it, Nancy. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
James, back over to you guys.
Thanks, Casey. That's the head Ursa. That one, I reckon. How many different types of Ursas are there in the jungle, by the way, in the game? Do you know the different names?
They're called Hellbear Smashers.
Yeah, they changed now.
Hellbear.
Disappointment.
Clapping tomatoes.
All right. So let's go into the brackets, and we'll be able to see exactly what's going to be happening today. Yesterday, we did play 2 games from the lower bracket, but I think we're going to start and take a look at the upper bracket, because the 2 teams that made it through are, of course, Alliance from Sweden and Na'Vi from Ukraine. As an overall organization, they, of course, do have a German player in there as well. But to get there, they had to beat out Tongfu and DK yesterday. The Na'Vi and Alliance game will be our 3rd game today. I don't know who to predict. I still think Alliance may be a slight favorite just of their overall performance. And in the lower bracket, we have the 4 remaining teams fighting out. We're going to have to lose, unfortunately, half of the teams today. We'll end up with 3, and Orange and DK will play against each other first. Orange already have lost the game, so they need to win 2 back-to-back. DK just need to win 1. That will be our first game. And Invictus Gaming are 1-0 up over Tongfu, so they just need 1 as well. Once they get into that round 5, they will also play, and that will set up our lower bracket finals.
Some very intense matches today. Just like yesterday, the level of skill that's left in the tournament is just so immense. Like you were saying, Na'Vi versus Alliance, I can't predict that one. That's going to be the one match I'm not even sure I want to bet on.
Do you think you'll see a Pudge or an Anti-Mage? Pudge was pretty key for Na'Vi winning in their best of 3 over Tongfu, and then Alliance, they used Anti-Mage, which we don't see too often from them, but it was a key hero in that best of 3.
There's so many questions about
I'm going to have to, sorry guys, the game is live.
Okay.
We need to get this on the way.
I could feel it,
I've
James.
never interrupted you before, Bruno. You forgive me?
Yes, of course.
All right, well, I'll bring you a good game, and this is it. So it's going to be Orange versus DK, and introducing first, Orange.
With us now is Net with Orange, and Josh helping us out once again. First question is, 1 game down right now. What are your thoughts going into the second potential 2 today?
第一问就是你们现在对 DK 是0-1落后，有什么看法？
我们就回去讨论了开了个会，就今天就尽力打吧，也没有准备什么特别的。
He says they just went back and they held a meeting and they discussed some things, but mainly they just got to play as hard as they can because they don't have anything special up their sleeves. They're just going to play.
Do you think having the night off after the first game was helpful going in?
那你觉得有一个晚上来休息总结会不会带来一些帮助？
那肯定会帮助很多。
He says, of course, it's going to be a big help.
Good. All right. Well, congratulations on your luck this far, making it this far in the tournament, and hopefully we can bring you back up against DK. Thanks, Net.
Lee Kong Yang, KYXY, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia.
蔡以峰 Moshi, Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur.
Lim Wai Ban, Net, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia.
Khu Tong Sing, Ohio, Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur.
Joao Chanjanel, Exting, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia.
Orange Esports then. They say the rest should have helped them. Hopefully it has. They need to win 2 back-to-back. Ohio, Mushi, KYXY, Net, and Extinct. Every single game these guys have played, no matter if it's a win or it's a loss, has been close. The easiest match they've had maybe in the lower bracket was against Fnatic, and that was maybe Fnatic not playing so great. But Orange have always performed. They've been a great team, and they're going to be going up against DK.
And DK is coming off a win versus Orange last night. And we have Burning with us now to talk about how that all went. And Josh is going to help us here. And my first question, and I guess really my only question, we see a lot of players come through here who talk about how much respect they have for you and how neat it is for them just to play in the same venue as you. What does that feel like for you?
就是这几天比赛中，就做采访的有很多选手都说他们都是他们的偶像。那你对这个有什么看法、感觉？
很开心吧，就是打了这么多年职业，就是大家对我算是一种肯定吧，我觉得。
He's really happy about it. He's played for all these years, and to be able to get to this level is like a kind of a confirmation of what he's achieved.
Well, everyone here has so much respect for you. Best of luck in the game. We'll see you soon, Burning. Thank you.
徐志雷 ，Burning， 安徽 ，China。姚毅 ，QQQ， 安徽 China。
白帆 ，ROTK， 陕西 China。谢俊豪 ，Super， 广东 China。
雷生荣 ，AMI， 广西 China。
Team DK, despite being the lower bracket, still looks so good and could easily make it to the grand finals. Burning needs a repeat performance of yesterday. His carry, you saw there, GPM almost up to 1,000, joined by his teammates MMY, QQQ, Super and ROTK. We'll see if they can bring the match home. They only need 1, so it looks like we're well into the picks. We're going to throw it to the hall. Best of luck to both teams and enjoy the game.
Orange versus DK.
Welcome back, everybody, here to the Battle Royale Hall. I am Toby One.
And I'm Wagamama.
And we are back here to complete what we started yesterday, man. 1-0 already, going the way of DK. It was a fun game yesterday, is the best way of putting it.
It was a really fun game. And now we're going to see DK and Orange, of course. The pressure is applied a little bit now after that. And I wonder how it feels, man, going to sleep and knowing that you have to come back and win 2 games back-to-back.
As I said, like, they got nothing special planned. All they want to do is just go in there and play to their strengths. And that's what they're going to try and do right now. As we bring up the draft on the screen, as we were saying before, the game is very much underway as we're going through all of our first stage of the ban. So Batrider OD, Lifestealer as well as Alchemist being banned out here. They're taking out the hard carries. We get to see a combination, which has been a while since we got to cast it, and that's the Tree Protector and the Weaver, and now we add a DK on top of this for DK. This is a very, very tough lineup to kill already.
It is, and they're offlane, of course. If they want offlane Weaver, which is pretty much your go-to option when you have Weaver and Tree and Protector, that is so hard to kill, even with a Visage in your team, and if you have a defensive tri-lane, it's still hard to bring him down just because of that living armor being such a nuisance in the early game.
Oh yeah. It was nerfed up a little bit, but it's still, you can still work your way through it.
Yeah, but this puts DK in a position where they pretty much have to go defensive tri-lane. If you have Tree and Protector, I have seen it go offensive tri-lane sometimes, but it just doesn't seem to be that effective. And against the Visage, it's always risky. So Orange could definitely try to abuse this fact. The Treant, he really want to rely on just getting his pulse off, getting some experience, and hitting that level 3, level 5. These timings to get even stronger living armor is really important for him.
Oh yeah, most definitely. But that means space needs to be required with a Nyx Assassin, a Visage, or Mushi. We do have that option of aggressive if they want to try and go down those lines. But with the Darkseer, it's probably going to be a little bit safer if they just leave him up on that top lane.
Yeah, I also like what Mushi did there on the last ban that he had, the 4th ban, and Doom going to be picked up by DK.
Happy to see him back again.
Yeah, but back to what they did on the 4th ban, banning out the Enigma as the enemy. Of course, DK had 1 ban remaining. It's a really good ban out because Rubik was still in the pool,
but DK could have banned out Rubik and then picked Enigma as a reaction pick as well.
Yep.
So good ban on the Enigma, I feel.
Well, Mushi, he's got 2 more left to go. Of course, we're actually bumping into them a little bit in the halls, and Mushi actually seems to be. He was very, very happy. Like it was smile on the face, running around backstage. I had the couple of the boys bouncing around inside the box as they're starting up their draft as well. Yeah, seems like most of Orange are in very, very good spirits coming into this game, even if they are 1 game down.
They seem to have very good attitude for these games, and I don't feel you should come in and be all beaten down and too overly serious. Of course, they are serious, but they have to be able to just play their game. And he was even here just watching their top plays right before they went into a booth, enjoying those plays as well.
Have some flashbacks. Some good games. And Slardar.
Oh, that is a nice hero to see here.
This is a beautiful combination as well from them. We're going to vac into a big crush. We've already got Nick Stun and then Visage. They've got some really great synergy between the lineups. Now with the amplified damage too, Doom is already struggling to live through most fights. We saw him yesterday when Doom was picked up, trying to go into this mech, picking up the buckler first, trying to balance out that low armor of his. And Slardar, well, he just won't care. He will chase and he will crush, quite literally.
Slardar, effective against Doom, really effective against both Treant and Weaver as well, and even DK to an extent. It's very nice to just bring down his armor. So more than that, as he said, the vacuum into crush is a good combination, and you will almost always have the crush available with that short 8-second cooldown. You have a good setup and combination here by Orange. Harder part is how you're gonna lane Slardar, but with the picks from DK, it doesn't look hard to go aggressive tri-lane. Not at all. They should be able to do it.
Yeah, they'll definitely be able to do it. It's just if they want to really do that. We've seen most of the, DK throughout most of this tournament has always been like, let's just hold back, farm up a little bit more. That's going to be the trend of the way they play. But with a Treant Protector and a Doom brewing up, it would just be so much more logical for DK just to throw him inside the jungle. Leave the Weaver in the long lane, put the DK either safe lane or mid, depending on who he's up against.
Yeah, but
just go from there.
That makes us so exposed, though, having Doom in that position. This might be something like a farming Doom.
Jungle Doom is what I'm thinking right now.
Yeah, but having a jungle Doom and then you have a Treant who really heavily relies on the pull spot, I feel that then you're really just sitting back and letting the enemy team do whatever they want. So it may be a farming Doom, and then we'll see another supporter being picked up, because already having 3 strength heroes and then the Weaver, they kind of need one committed support more than just a Treant, I feel. But that's if they want to run the carry Doom, of course. It's not something that you always want to do. And it's not super effective against the Slardar either, even though it cancels the bash. Of course, Doom shutting down most passive abilities in the game, as well as silencing you.
Yeah. So kind of surprised that Burning still wanted to ban out the Gyro.
Yeah.
Sorry, that Doom still goes through.
Yeah,
Bounty Hunter will be the last ban out by Mushi, so he's still thinking that maybe it's going to be a safe lane Burning Weaver in this scenario. And then the Bounty Hunter will become the nuisance on the long lane. But also, when you got Slardar, like to pick up an Invis hero, like Weaver's already going to have a hard enough time with Amplified Damage revealing him out. DK as well. Are we going to see him go for that normal Shadowblade build, even if Slardar, like Amplified Damage is a nuisance? But then again, probably with Initiation, you're going to initiate from non-amplify anyway, so you should be okay.
Looking over to DK, unless they pick something now that can initiate, I guess he has to go for the Shadow Blade still, just get a movement speed and surprise factor going in. I mean, before you get amplified, you can still use Shadow Blade for initiation, but I still feel that if they get another initiator, they can maybe go for something like Armlet, more powerhouse kind of DK, and go in and actually fight, because against the Slardar, if you go in and you only have a Shadow Blade and Treads for your survival,
you'll die quickly.
You're not going to live long.
Yeah. I'll just pop you out. So DK, you can see him there on your screen. They're the ones that are going to make their last decision right now. If they can take this game out, they will manage to advance themselves through into the next round, and Orange will be eliminated. So they've got to make sure they choose very, very wisely. But they have only got 17 seconds to make this choice. And we'll see how they do handle up against the Slardar.
That's true. And DK, of course, they have the 2 chances to take this home. The first game. And they're going to go for Timbersaw. So we have a 4 strength core heroes, pretty much. I won't say Treant is a core, but that is a very strength-based lineup.
And this does force the Doombringer to go inside the jungle. So this is what we're talking about, where you can be looking at the Weaver in the long lane, the DK or the Timbersaw in the middle lane. Be rather dependent on what Mushi wants is this last one. And so very safe lanes as far as DK go. They'll want to play insanely passive to start with, and then they'll look for their openings. And that timing, it could come on the back of the Dragon Form first level. When Timbersaw starts to get a little bit more momentum as well, he can become really troublesome. The BKB build for the Weaver, probably going to be very high up there to get when you got, well, at this point, little that goes through it. And SF will be the last pickup here from Orange.
Yeah,
so I was sitting, some good deeps.
I was sitting here thinking, are they gonna go into the minus armor strat here with the Shadow Fiend and Slardar, which is a very nice combination. We've seen it many times, and along with Darkseer in your team, Shadow Fiend is just a beautiful pickup. So Mushi gonna play the SF and KYXY playing that Slardar.
I'm just loving the synergy, the combos that Orange have, even with all the tankability of DK. When they throw in their combos, it won't kill them off instantly. This is where I'm feeling still a little bit of a problem. Like, if you get a vac into a wall with a crush, with an ultimate from SF, it's still going to take a very, very long time before DK will actually fall. So I need to make sure that after this, they've still got what it takes to keep on fighting. And that means SF, Mushi, he has got to get a fantastic start. He is going to be that right-click DPS that makes DK back up.
Yeah, that's true. But we also have to look over to DK and see QQQ. He is one of the support players, and he's going to be playing the Doom, as we saw yesterday as well. He might be heading into that mech, maybe a Vladimir, as they have so many melee heroes. But support Doom, it works out really well sometimes, but it's a very greedy pick.
Oh, yeah.
Something you don't always get away with.
But with the way greedy picks work, if it does work, then there will be no way Orange could come back if it does work. Sit inside the jungle, we know how fast you can farm up. You can come out 4 minutes in, sitting around level 5. It's very, very easy for a Doombringer to farm up inside the jungle, but at the same time, it kind of also depends on what creep camp he's able to find.
That's true. What you get in a jungle is really important for Doom, as his Devourer kind of relies on getting a good creep.
Yep.
And we saw that both these teams have played each other 11 times, DK leading 8-3. So DK definitely a little bit more comfortable going up against Orange, but Orange bringing out this SF and Slardar strat is really something I like to see here.
We'll see how effective it's going to be. Let's run through our lanes very, very quickly as well. So we'll look down towards the bottom lane. Will be KYXY playing as the Slardar. He'll be supported by Extinct as the Visage. And then up a little bit further, it'll be Net as the Nyx Assassin. Into the middle lane, it'll be Mushi as the Shadow Fiend. And Ohio, the last one up on that top lane as the Darkseer. And as far as DK goes, ROTK is heading down to the bottom lane as that Timbersaw. In towards the middle lane, Super will be the DK. And then up on the top lane, Burning will be playing as the Weaver, MMY as the Treant Protector. And that leaves last but not least your, well, actually Doom. He'll be in the jungle. That'll be the last one, QQQ.
He will be in the jungle, and he's going to stay there for quite some time. Only having a tango, he can still jungle quite effectively. Devourer is such a good spell for just staying in that jungle and, you know, using the time.
I'm interested to see what kind of build he's going to go for. Is this going to be like a fast bottle, or does he say, let's just go for the whole monies? See if he can get into a hand of Midas at one point.
Oh, look at these birds. They're going to block off the big camp. Maybe they're running for it. I don't... Yeah, they will
Won't make it in time.
Oh, so close.
The Wild Wing will spawn up.
Yeah, that's good for the Doom, else he would really get stopped there.
One of the best creeps you can get at the start as well, because now he finally has armor, because he starts off at 0.
It's decent. I still feel that going for the Satire or the Troll would be better. I say going for, it's kind of not something you decide.
Yeah, you mean so you have either your undead army that you can summon up?
Yeah, that's pretty cheap as well to summon and have 6 DPS and really good regen as well on those skeletons, so using the Scorch Sheriff.
Notice on our bottom lane, ROTK isn't actually on the lane. He just started up by stacking up the Ancients. There's already moving down with Living Armor, so he wants to try and stop this pull from Net. Just trying to be an absolute nuisance to him, and that's actually exactly what he'll be until Extinct rotates over. And then he won't want to stay here for too long at all. Living Armor allows him to overstay his welcome a lot more than he normally would be able to.
Yeah, he got a nice pull there still. Pulled the neutrals towards him, so that now there's a little bit of a double wave going down on bottom, but not too much. It's going to push a little bit towards his tower though.
Haya's having a lot of fun time up here on the top lane, finding himself in between multiple times MMY as well as Burning. This Darkseer is very, very... Well, it's actually a really good position for him, isn't it? There's no stun, there's no lockdown. Even Leech Seed, a small slowdown, just surge yourself away from it.
Yeah, that's the downside to DK's lineup. They have nothing to stop him before Doom really hits level 6, or Treant Protector, of course, hits level 6, but it's going to be Doom first. Yeah. Meanwhile, on this bottom lane, Timbersaw is also pretty happy now because he is going to get experience under his tower. Looking over to mid lane, 7 for 5 on the DK against the 6 for 3 Shadow Fiend, who does pick up a Haste Rune.
And Ohaya's got some confidence walking underneath the Doombringer as well as MMY.
Not scared of anything.
when he's got Iron Shell up at level 2, he knows how much damage he does deal, but then again, you should remember how much damage MMY will also deal with just his normal physical attacks. That Treant Protector hits really, really hard.
Yeah, even harder as he was actually close to Doom, who took over a Damage Wolf. So having the Pack Leader's Aura increases the damage so much on Treant Protector.
I think it's a plus 22 on top of his normal 88.
Yeah, I believe 22 or 28, it's crazy. Doom